Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to jump into an old model that I did years ago. I think it said 09 on the file. It could be even later than that, but it was a little shroom guy that I have here. I'm just going to show the little progression of the first one. It looks like I started out in like 3D Max, did like the base, then brought it into Zbrush. There used to be a little different workflow from back then of getting a base mesh from another program kind of going to Zbrush, because they didn't have like the decimations and stuff like that. I guess over time it changes, but then again, it could have already had it, so I don't know, because I did look into the main model. It almost looks like there's a little bit of a Sculptress Pro in here, but what is tricky, I don't know, it's hard to say when did that come out, but it's running, I don't know, it's an older file, so I'm just gonna go with this and just start modeling and go from here, because I don't know, just something to do this weekend. This I had to check for some reason. I don't know what was going on, but like when I click and drag, it was like a little lag. It wouldn't let me rotate. That's kind of annoying. I don't know if I changed the setting, but this kind of helped for now, or at least I'm telling myself that. But now it rotates a lot smoother. I don't know. I went through and changed some of my settings, and I don't know how Windows does it, but they have a little pen and ink, and I don't know what it is about this, how to get it fully turned off, but I don't know, it interferes with a lot of things with my tablet pen, Wacom. So yeah, I'm just gonna start sculpting on this, but what I want to do is kind of re-optimize it, clean it up in a bit. Let's see. Let's go ahead and reset this, clear out all these other ones. Let's see what's in here. Got it ground. I'm gonna Z remesh this to kind of clean this model. Just kind of get back to a little bit of a base ground. Looks kind of sloppy. It's not very many points, but it's still kind of a weird lag. So I'm just gonna try to cleanse it of the old. I don't know if it's just because it's an older file or anything like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead, Z remesh, project it back down to the higher one. So let's see what we can get with this. I forgot I did this model. I remember doing a rendering, and I don't know if I did this in another program or something. I don't think I did. I think it started in Max, came to here. And when I say another program, it was what Sculptress was before, when it was integrated with 3D Max. It used to be a separate program. I don't remember if the name was different. I want to say it was Sculptress, the same name, but it could be a different name. But I remember when it was a separate program, and then it got kind of brought in. So there's a few things I want to tweak on this, get a little more stuff going. See, remesh it again. There's some odd stuff going on here. I don't know what happened. It's fixable. We're just gonna smooth it out. You can see it right there on his eye. I don't know what's going on there. Try to get something I can go up and down with some subdivisions. That way I can kind of smooth out, fix, rearrange. It's always weird going back to see older models, because you'll critique your own stuff. If you've grown in what you do, you can kind of see like, man, that's a little different. That's a little odd. I don't do that anymore. You know, different techniques. So when I do look at this mesh, it's just kind of like the lips, you know, it looks like I used a little bit heavier clay buildup. And so back then I used to use clay tubes, I want to say, or clay. So that could have been some of it, but somewhere between here and there I started using clay buildup. So that could be where that came from. And maybe I should go back to something like that. So that's kind of good looking back, because you get stuck in routine. And so if you don't change your routine, you'll start doing the same thing over and over again without trying to learn something new. So now I'm going to go subdivisions. So I'm going to subdivide it up and project it down. Get a few subdivisions in here. Just repeat this. Pushing Control D. Just up in the subdivision and projecting it back down. And so after this, I'll dump the old mesh and just go from there and just kind of start fresh. This is just kind of playing around today. I just want something to do. It's a weekend. Usually I don't jump on the computer on the weekend, but today I've been wanting to do something creative. So now whenever I look at the model, I can actually smooth it out a little bit easier. Still a little bit of lag on this. I don't know what's going on today. Maybe I need to reboot my computer. Interesting. It's like just a little bit. Oh well. I'm gonna let it bother us. We'll just keep going. I'm gonna start kind of reworking this eye. We'll start with the eye and go from there. I can do another subdivision. So clay buildup is this one. Let's see the difference. So I was doing this. That right there looks like a, yeah, it could be clay buildup, but then let's see if clay, how that was. I used to use clay a lot, and it could have been like a heavy intensity clay right there. See that? Kind of similar. So it could have been a back and forth of that. Now, I used to like using this clay brush because it would give a little more chunkiness. Just kind of playing with the form. So let's see. Get this in there. Get a little of this eye. I wanted this shroom to have like exaggerated features. Just found the mushroom with the face interesting to draw. Okay. I probably should put like a round eye, but I wanted it to be a cartoon looking model. Pushing this in. So what I can do is go to standard brush, and I'm going to save this real quick. In this folder, I made another folder over here. So let's see. It's called Shroom something. Let's go by letters. Shroom 3D. I moved it to the other side. So. Save it. It says 6. I guess it did my incremental save kind of like that way, but yeah. So let's do some gravity. So I like adding a little gravity to the standard brush. Get it kind of droop down. Might be a details, a little more subdivision. We got the flexibility to do this. So let's go ahead and give him some more, a little more cuts. And a lot of times what I used to do, do this little H polish to kind of give it that little cartoon plastic look. But I don't know if I want to go that route. I kind of like keeping him the way he's going right now. Kind of keep his features weird. Build this up. His teeth so crazy. I probably should put some poly paint to kind of establish some of these features. We'll see in a bit. Let's inflate this. Drop my subdivisions. See. Kind of losing some of that details. Want them to have crazy features, exaggerated. His nose got a little weird. This is the extreme case of walking away and coming back to your work. This is years later. Extreme walk away. Come back a few years and different techniques and ideas, different lessons. Let's turn that off. That's not needed. So you can see this. His nose is crazy. Let's fix it up. Let's fix his nose. Fixing the nose. Like that crinkle. So the other eye was supposed to be like a squint, but it looks like he's got like a beat up. Fix this. Fix it up. Harsh dent right there. Let's move that out. Fix his features. Yeah, his face is crazy. Playing with the putty. Silly putty. Yeah, my zoom is a little off today. Trying to zoom out. Still a little laggy. I think the computer needs a good rebooting. It's working fine the other day. And it really could be this file. I might need to just bring it in and out of from an old file to a new file. Sometimes programs 3D will do that. Act up. Look at that crazy eye. He's looking at you. Okay. Let's make this eye harder. Pushing this down. Just around. Usually on this model, I would give him like a cigar, or a little kind of something in his mouth. Try to get this eye looking a little bit better. Kind of inflate that a little bit. So that's used to be what would see. Let's just kind of sculpt this in a little bit more. Let's do the different. Let's play with some different brushes. Clay Tube Constant. Let's find something new. I haven't used Clay Tube Constant before. Let's see what this does. Gives me a little bit more character. Oh, what happened there? I don't even know what I clicked. Kind of. Let's play. Let's get yeah, clay gets a little more. Fits this model. Sometimes some brushes fit a model a little bit better. Exaggerations. Emphasize little features. Push this. A little bit of folding of the skin. I can use my standard brush with the gravity. Kind of push the skin down a little bit more. Not too much, but ease into it. There we go. A lot of exaggerated features on this character. Go back here. Always like roughing up the model and then smoothing it down. Give it a little more. So, I said I was going to color this thing. The thing is that I wanted to do the little, what do we call them, the gills, the things under the shroom cap. We'll see in a bit. Let me work on his face. Has no eyebrows, but did he need them? Is that? Shrooms need eyebrows. Questions to be answered. I thought I lost this model. This is why I never continued it. Got a whole hard drive of files that I just need to jump back on. This was one of them, so this is what I'm doing, picking back up on this one too. Just kind of get out of that creative rut. Sometimes you'll finish, but I think my biggest thing about doing projects personally is if you don't put a deadline on what you're doing, you won't finish, because it's just always ongoing changes forever and ever. So that's why that graveyard of old models just sit there. Quick save. Yeah, it's still kind of laggy. A little bit of resistance. And look at that lip just dragging down. Let's just kind of make this flow a little bit better. Chiseling. That crazy chin. Just gonna connect these two pieces, this chin and this neck. You know. Let's see. Okay. Alright, let's get this mouth a little bit more. Once I start poly painting, it'll be better off. And I didn't have programs like Marmoset, or if I really want to, like Unreal, to dump a model in to kind of finish it out, or even just drop it in Photoshop to kind of do a little quick comp with this guy. That'd be fun. Just a little bit here and there. Just kind of break this apart. The way I modeled him would be an easy way to 3D print if I could get him pretty cleaned up. I haven't 3D printed lately because it's been so hot. So we run our ACs, and where we're at, it's been about 100. Texas about 105 mostly for the week, and then 110 some days. So it's just, I'd rather run the AC than print the thing. So just kind of waiting for that nicer weather. It's around the corner. Praying for rain. It's been dry. No rain. Let's get those teeth. I almost want to do like a little let's see if it'll work. Hold on. Nope, wrong button. No, wrong way. Some of these. Make that little. I don't know. Something on the teeth. Kind of doing this model more like a sketch than a model, just like I'm drawing. Let's give him a little fold right there, because this is where the nose would add some skin. Skin right there. Let's use a clay brush. So doing these lips, damn standard is what I use, and then I do Alt, I invert it, and then I usually just kind of do that number right there, kind of give the lips a little more. But I think it's a little too harsh, so let's open that up. A little too much. I just want to tease the lip. There and right there. On this, I don't know if that was clay. Let's see what I did. I think I'll probably make it a little harder clay than that. Nah, that looks too. Let's go this way. And clay buildup. Make my clay buildup. There we go. There we go. Do the damn standard right here on the nose. Kind of put that in. Push this down. Smooth it out. Alright, let's push this in a little more. Give him a nostril. Something for the light to follow. So this little ground piece, I don't know if I wanted to keep it round or like a little printout. If I was gonna do a printout to do that, let's see, just like a little stand for him, right? It's centered. No, so it's centered just a little bit. Maybe I can make it like a little something on the top. Go from there. So, turn on perspective. Let's grab this. Let's drop the mesh, invert it, gradient it out. Let's snap this down. Drag this. More gradient. Let's drag that down. Let's put this right here. I'll fix it in a bit. I'm just kind of getting it to the ground. Let's see. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to clip it, clip curve. Just going to flatten that down. There we go. So now I can go with my clay buildup with clay. We can just kind of start playing with the mesh. In the ground a little bit better. There's no reference on this mushroom, I believe. I usually just used to doodle, but always see these kind of cartoon looking mushrooms growing up. It was cool to see. don't want him to be a tree, but I want him to kind of actually be a part of the ground. His chin's got to come back up a little bit. Okay. Crazy. There we go. Digital putty. Look at that. I don't know what that is. Is it a mast? It's a mast off. Pushing and pulling. Get this chin just right. Pushing that up. Down. Cool, cool. All right, how are we gonna do the top? This little cap. Oh man, let's see. I think this is where I stopped last time. So I'll just probably mask it. Mask it get work. Let's do a test. It's the only way to know. Let's see if there's a good, better way to do this. I think I tried this before and it was like, oh. I don't know if it worked well. The little gills. See right there. Yeah, we'll have to see what it does. Turn off. See what that does. Let's see. Something comes to mind. I can actually do, and it occurred to me till now. Let's see. Here to here. Let's see if this works. Where was it? It's one of the new features. Let's see if I can do it. Boom. Wait. Boom. There, right? And why did it drop down? Let's see. Just high res. It's one of the new features. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where I saw it. Okay, so look over here. Let's drag this over here. Interpolate between two strokes. Let's see if this works. 10 strokes in between. almost works. Kind of falls off. 0. See if this does it differently. Nope. What does he adjust? Alright. So I guess I could probably do it closer. So let's try this. Go here. We'll just do like 5. Maybe. Let's try this again. Let's make it smaller. And go here. Interpolate. Doesn't reach to the top though. This was always an issue, trying to figure this out. How I could go about doing this. One way is just actually just go in at each thing and just kind of sculpt it in. Then it leads to error, like a little bit of. Kind of do that number all the way around. It'll be kind of one of those things where I hope I don't mess up, kind of like those symmetrical kind of things. Yeah, whatever, let's just go with it and see what it does. Kind of sketch it in. That's a lot of the biggest part. Sometimes just hesitation, not wanting to jump. Let's start pushing it out a little bit more. Each one. Too thick. Kind of play with it. It'll be kind of loose. Never meant to be like photoreal. It's like a cartoon kind of shroom. Just kind of connect this. I need to look up the technical names for this. When you look at it from distance to see what it reads. Split it down a little bit. That might work. That might work. We'll just kind of go with it. Just see what happens. Start from here. Just kind of establish points of the. Just make a few main points to keep it straight. Point of reference. Yeah, we'll just work with it. Just keep going. What I would like to do is get it to a poly paint stage so I can actually start to give a little bit more detail. Too thick. get this going there, going there, going here, going there. Let's go. One more in there. Too thick. There we go. Like I said, it's just more like a painting, a sculpt painting, not so much a too rigid. Not gonna beat ourselves up if we don't get this right. There you go. Seems to read. Kind of like coming out of his head, his brain. Kind of twisted. Kind of like coming in, like open your mind. On my pen, I have my undo button on my. So I don't know for anybody who uses a tablet or a pen, Wacom. Most people do, right? So think about probably like 90%, except for the few out there that are roughing it with the mouse. But whenever I do a mistake, my pen is the undo. I don't have to go to my keyboard. Because I mess up a lot. So you don't see it, it's just like boom. You don't see it if I'm sculpting and just a subtle, quick swipe with my thumb. Something a little tight right here, but who's gonna care, right? Who cares? Smooth it out. There. A little chaotic right there. I'm gonna poke that little pattern. Let's see. It reads. It reads right. Alright. See? It's okay to mess up. So just get in there. Oh, don't forget to save. Auto save. I wonder if it's just this. So I just did it. I wonder if it's just this file that's not rotating correctly. Like when I use the move inside of here, just kind of have to do these like over each other. Let's see. We're to that point where you just gotta like get it in there. It's gonna overlap a little bit in the back. It's okay. It's a little wider on the cap, so. Oh, there's that detail there. All right. There you go. Yeah, this rotate's still kind of laggy. It's kind of annoying. I have to reboot pretty soon. Let's see what it looks like. Smooth some of these edges right there. Smooth that, smooth that. Okay. A little better. I want to start coloring him. Let's fix his chin. Just a little bit. Exaggerated features. One kind of smiley, but not. Kind of evil look. I'm about to reboot and see if that fixes this real quick. It's just kind of annoying working like this. So, give me a second. All right, so I rebooted and it looks like it went away. So, and also my button started working too. This wasn't working earlier. So I don't know what that was. Who knows? It's working now. Let's I'm gonna put this guy a little bit more straight. I'm gonna put a little more where I need him. Start cleaning him up. I'm about to start poly painting this model. We don't need too much nothing crazy. I just want to get him kind of like moving forward, and so let's do a little more. Exaggerate these little features. Kind of come in here. Let's see. Give a little more stylized. Let's turn this material off. It's a little harsh, isn't it? Go. Just turning this off. It keeps getting in my way. stuff around. What is that? His eye looks a little crazy. Let's push this in. Let's drop it down. Let's shape his eye a little bit better. Shape the nose. Very exaggerated character. Okay, let's put that down. Push this back. Push that up. Push this out. Give him a little cheekbone. Is it reading? What's the silhouette say? It doesn't read much. It reads weird. Let's it's weird. Oh, wow. Perspective and I don't know what happened. Alright. It's a lip. Pulling it out. It's another lip. Teeth could be exaggerated out. All right, let's see. I gotta straighten that out a little bit or something. Let's drop it down. Let's move this back. See what I'm doing is going through each little subdivision, just kind of back and forth. Kind of holds the little small details a little bit easier. Some wrinkles, some features, let's crease some stuff. Let's crease this out. Creasing. Little features. Go in there, get eyebrow, eyelid, features. Let's give him a forehead wrinkle. It's kind of like one of those stop his brow a little bit sooner. So if you do that, a wrinkle, forehead wrinkle. Little something there. And just kind of exaggerate little features here and there. I don't always use pinch, but right here, just kind of guide these polygons just slightly. like a last resort for me. A little pinch, just because. I don't always use it. I don't always use it. I'm just saying that sometimes I need that little bit of clamping down some of the details. Just a little more edge. There we go. Kind of broke his chin up, didn't I? Let's give it more definition back in here. More definition going there. Drop it down with the texture. Let me see. Right here, push and pull. Gotta smooth it out. It's like shifting gears, going to high to low, geometry. Keep some of that detail in there too. A little bit more damn standard in here. I didn't really do much on the back of his head because I don't really plan on showing that. It's just going to be more of a, just what it is. Let's kind of pull this down. Let's sculpt on a little bit, just kind of form it up just a little bit, nothing crazy. All right, here we go. See? I don't know what happened there. When I did that clip brush, kind of got it in there. So now I can just grab it, push it down. It's probably the best way to handle it. Still kind of sculpting. I was gonna hopefully get to the poly paint stage, just kind of give it a little loose overall paint job. Smoothing everything back out. That's what happens when you shift gears though back high to low. It kind of like loses some of the spots, the smooth. Just kind of go back over it. There we go. All right. Let's close this down. It's not necessary anymore. Let's see. Ooh, there's a harsh shadow. Soften this shadow up a little bit more. A little better, little better. Let's see what we got. One time. There we go. Got a little character, little shroom. Let's jump into painting here. Some poly paint. So we're going to brush and press the P. And we got paint. So we're going to start painting. And I'll probably fill them in with the... Oh no. I don't really know. Let's see. Let's get standard material. Let's play with some color. Give thinking keeping them a little orange maybe? I don't know. I should look up references, but I don't really want to do that right now. I want to just kind of paint them just way like kind of like a brown. Well, these look like a different color, so. Ooh. Just thinking about that color. It's fill. And what I can do is use the color, but I don't really need that. I'll probably just kind of start painting, just kind of go where I feel things need to be. Let's get his teeth. Let's get that ground. You know, I didn't do anything with this ground. Let's do that real quick. Project Dynamesh. So we got a little Dynamesh going on here. Let's just kind of fill this with a darker color. A little brown, a little dirt, maybe. Fill that up. Start kind of giving a little nature. Just something, just nothing special. Just going real quick. Just trying to get a. We could always add to this later. Add some rocks, add some little grass, add some. Yes. Today I just kind of want to get him painted. He was in the rocky area with the mud. I always find mushrooms in like damp areas where I water the plants and stuff. Look at that. A fun brush to use is the Crumple Brush to kind of get a quick. So B, C4. Is it 4? Yeah. Oh, I didn't want the color yet. Wasn't ready for color. Color on. Just kind of crumple up the dirt. Get a little feature. Make it look like he's in dirt a little bit, something. I don't know. He got like a little platform for him to stand on, to be on. Wow, those shadows got like real crazy. I don't know if it's. I reset. I don't know where the lighting's pulling from. Let's see. Put it half shadow. There we go. A little bit better. The shadow was kind of making it creepy and scary. Scaring the kids. Okay. Now let's get back to the poly paint. Got sidetracked. Let's go to brush, paint. Alright. So let's get his eyes. Or his eye. Give him some color. Start coloring things up. This is kind of the coloring book stage of the model. You just kind of color like a coloring book, whatever you feel like. It's like the airbrush, like we're airbrushing little miniatures and stuff. So kind of overlapping. If you ever, if you're new to poly paint, you push C on the color. It'll sample that color, and you can just go back in, paint it back out. C again. So once you start getting a palette, you can start kind of pulling from the model more or less. His eye, I don't know if I want to do anything crazy for it. I just want to get something started today. Something to get going. And I can paint a little darker on the edge right there. A little more little grit. The other thing is, if you do this and just a little touch of red on the eye. Fills that out a little bit better. He's give me bloodshot eyes, mushroom. Fitting, right? Fits his character. Reminds me of the Cypress Hill song. Go. All right, one part down, and like if I really want to, just to kind of like establish something there, we can get a little boom, simple, creepy eye. But depends on what I want to do. If I want to do the little Pac-Man eye or the iris or something, but there's an established eyeball looking at you, creepy in every way. All right, let's go to his teeth. Let's get some his teeth won't be white though, because I'm gonna paint up more. I'm just kind of doing an overall. I just want to get a little bit something started. Not that dark, not that. I want a little yellow too, a little yellowish teeth. There we go. This is just the foundation color. We're just kind of just establishing parts, pieces. This way, it'll read a little bit. Say, for instance, that gum right there. Start painting that in. A little too much, right? He's got purple gums. We can start painting in something. Just kind of get colors. Colors on the canvas. We can always erase. This is just kind of blocking out features of the. Not his teeth. Not his teeth. It's his teeth. Like I said, this is more like a miniature, like something you would 3D print out, right? And maybe I would if once this temperature drops back down. For those watching the 3D printing video part, it's too hot. Sorry, too hot, too caliente. The AC unit must stay on. it's that hot, you kind of draw the line of like, right, I think there at least be a little cool. Alright. So let's see how that one. See, that gum is crazy. And that's not what we're gonna stick with. That's just a base. So we go here and we can lighten it up. Just kind of start. So we start playing with it. Start giving that just layering paint over paint. You'll get there. And then we're gonna do the lips. So the lips, I don't know, let's see, a little more red. See what that looks like. Too red. That's not the red we want. Maybe? Let's see. Because what I'm gonna do is kind of vary up the color. Let's get it a little darker. I don't know if it needs to be red, maybe. Little something. Let's find that color. We'll get there. Let's see. Not orange. We'll go with this for now. We can color adjust it. Here are our tools to tweak this color. And I'm gonna go with this. Go. This kind of defines where the lip is too on the edge, because it doesn't really show. Just a little bit, right? And this might be where I adjust the model, because this doesn't really kind of work right there, does it? It looks a little stretched. But we can actually kind of cheat it in. Just you can get a lot done with poly paint to make the model look a little bit more finished than it is. Actually, textures too in general, but poly paint, ZBrush is always fun because it's just raw. And like his lips, I'd like to get a little more purple on there too. So don't hold me to this right here. We're just we're blocking in. It's sloppy. It's just real quick. We just want to get something. Why does this keep turning on? I keep turning it on, don't I? Alright. Just cleaning up stuff. We just kind of get a little cleaned up going here. A little more red. Transition from the lip. You don't have to have a harsh transition, like sometimes just kind of blending colors. The more subdivision, the more control you have over the poly paint. More cartoon character look. You can paint in layers. Sometimes that helps if you want to kind of like jump back and forth, but I don't really have any worry with this. I'm just it's kind of like I said, it's like a sketch, like a doodle, like just me just kind of kicking back, not really worried too much about anything, just more or less having fun with it. And even with these teeth, like go here, darken that up, and now I can actually like get that little grit. See that? Just paint in kind of like my own ambient occlusion. It's a cartoon looking kind of sculpt. It's something we can have fun with. Lips are looking crazy, but those are just a start. So we're gonna go here, and then we can shift the color, and then kind of start doing a little bit of this number, highlighting a little different. So these are just layers and layers. Nothing crazy, just building up this palette. Like a caricature, I guess. Think about it. Turning it on, turning it back on. See what it looks like when it renders. Yeah, looking crazy. Those lips, like I don't know. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna push and pull what we have. We're gonna go lighter here, maybe a little yellow, like here, and then we'll just start kind of doing this number. What we're gonna do is spray. We're gonna spray. We're gonna lighten, not the Z. No Z. Where's it? RGB. Sorry. Got a little lost. Got lost in ZBrush. So now we just kind of little features. Saturated. You're just kind of layering it like a cake, caking it up. You got your foundation, then you got your sprinkles on top. So what this is, sprinkles. All that little decoration. We're just kind of breaking it up, breaking up the color. Nothing's supposed to be perfect in here. It's gonna be like chaotic. That's what it's gonna be, just a little bit here and there. So start here, there, and now let's see. We need some more colors, so we're just gonna break it up with give some blue. Let's give some blue in here. I don't know. We'll start just kind of. Trying to create a mood. I don't try to put the ambient occlusion paint like that too soon, but you can paint it in and paint it out, push it in, push it out. Start seeing the exaggeration there. So that I think that'd be a little more purple, kind of. Just the blood. A little lighter. But then again, it's a mushroom. You don't have blood. What's going on here? So if I want to bring it back, just sample some of this color and just kind of spray it back in. We're just kind of working in a little variations, breaking it up. If we want, we can kind of go in with the darker color and just go purple, dark purple. That way we give it a little more character, but little ambient occlusion, little forced AO. Sometimes a model is worth waiting for, you know, if it wasn't ready at the time to be finished. I didn't finish it years ago. If I'd have finished it years ago, it wouldn't look like this. Came back. Let's turn off the spray. Go to, I don't know what the default is. What is that? Freehand. So now you can start. So all these little pieces, I can actually do a mask and pull that even more for the feature, but it's not needed. We're just having fun. Let's see, look at that. It's coming to a different style now when you look at them. If I were to turn off the color, not that color, but you get a different look, right? So his face is still kind of like it's his lips, right? So let's put some color back into his lips from the main model. Just kind of paint that back in. Just kind of give him a little bit of that color back. His lips are so red. Get that Ronald McDonald look. Soften that up. There we go. A little more natural. Like the red's still there, but it's not so overbearing. So it's kind of distracting. You're like, I don't know what I'm looking at. See, kind of softened it up. You can still keep going with that, or I can. Just kind of sample this, and they go a little dark down here. And even then, like, go to that color spray. There you go. Sample that. Sample that. Too much. Look, forgot to smooth that out, so I can still smooth it. See? Alright, let's see how it looks with the little render. And this little cap underneath, we'll figure that out. I wanted to like put like little like spots on his top of his mushroom head. What color should we pick? Let's see. No. Does red look right? Got that Super Mario red, right? Let's go a little. Let's see. Just trying to pick a palette, figure it out. we'll work with that for now. We'll adjust it if we need. Let's turn this back to freehand. Really, we can just so that feel RGB all the way up. Feel it. Alright, just kind of got like a color. His cap. We'll blend in his flesh backwards. And then color sample that. And then what we can do is kind of reverse it to where we gotta fade that back in. So we can kind of go this way. All right, back and forth. There we go. So the base, you can see where it's kind of blending. We can paint back and forth on this. But yeah, we just kind of got some poly paint going. I'll probably need to adjust some more, but I'm about to call it on a stopping point for now. But just kind of let me blend this in. I'll stop that. Look at that. It kind of got messy down there, didn't it? It's crazy. Oh well. Should have put the mask in. I'll fix it later. So a good thing about ZBrush is there's more than one way to fix something messed up, or even in 3D in general. So let's see. Let's turn that up. Let's just get this painted real quick, just so we have a color established. So we can go the other way. We can paint the cap backwards, and maybe I don't want that color. I'll change it later. We'll see. But right now we have established a base. Look at that. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it for this little session. It's been gone on for a little bit, so we got the poly paint, kind of put some details. I want to kind of tighten up some of the other details, and I'll finish it up later. But yeah, this is where it's at. So thank you for watching.